Welcome everybody to AlexandNav.com, where we're running through the best of 2015, and we're going to gather here for the best trend in games in 2015, and kind of the trend, I don't know, the trend is kind of tough to pick out sometimes, just because it's like what we kind of see is like, oh man, I noticed this a lot in games, but there's been a few things that kind of stuck out in 2015 for us, like for sure, and I think one of the things that Tristan hated for like the last 2 years, but is kind of like good now, is like free DLC. We've seen a lot of free DLC.
I have no problems with free DLC, but the DLC we had to pay for it, that's when I don't like it.
Yeah, I remember thinking when The Witcher came out, man, they're pretending like they're giving out a lot of stuff because they're like, we got 100 pieces of DLC we're gonna give you guys.
Yeah.
But then they made good on it, and they delivered a lot of good DLC for that game for free.
And they continued with like updates, which gave you like storage things, which some companies would say, hey, it's microtransaction, $3. You want more storage? Here's give
like
you $3.
Mario Maker gives us something new every week, even though you can easily forget what even comes out because it's so much every week.
Yeah, Mario Maker did a good job with that. Splatoon did a really good job with free DLC this year.
Oh yeah, maps and guns and rollers, I should say. They gave out rollers and stuff like that as well. Another thing, customization of characters. I really felt like 2015, like they allowed you to kind of customize like characters in a lot more games. I mean, one is out for me, but they can do it all the time. But like I felt like the customization in WWE 2K16 was like,
really good,
off the charts.
Really
like,
good.
Literally everything from previous games that I've always like played and wanted. I haven't played it in about 2 years. Came back this year, and like literally everything from like the regular PlayStation all the way up like was included. All the hairstyles, all the gimmicks, dude.
Did you have enough tools to make Big Papa Tree?
Do you know how intricate Big Papa Tree is?
Really?
Yes. No, okay. I had everything because they also allow you to scan in things. So I could scan in Big Papa Tree's tattoos that he has. So
a lot of tats.
And scan them in and put them on the body. So I thought that was good customization of your character in that. What other
customization's kind of been around forever,
it
though,
has,
right? So like, and I don't know if it trended this year. Just like games just made what was already in there better, like, or they just continued to use them.
It felt like a lot more games were doing it this year, but maybe you're right. Maybe
because even like like I feel like every game like has a little customization over the last few years. It's kind of like a thing that happens.
It's a trend. Last couple of years, it's trending high this year.
All right. I mean, fair enough.
Hashtag customization.
All right, someone put down sequels killing it. That was an actual good trend of having like actual sequels that were solid all year long.
Witcher, Fallout, Assassin's Creed, all good
sequels. It was kind
that
of the year of the sequels.
Were better.
It's always the year of the sequels these years.
Yeah,
every year.
But a lot of the time, it's not so great sequels.
True. What about eSports?
I thought eSports was awesome this year. I mean, dude, we got Mario over. We got the Mario
Nintendo World Championships.
This year,
was really freaking cool.
Was amazing, dude. There was some awesome fighting game tournaments. I just felt like Hearthstone, like all that stuff is just like, dude.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm, like League of Legends, like Dota, like everything is coming into like the mainstream in an interesting way.
Dude,
I could see that being a trend. It is a good trend.
Like, you know, it was good last year. It's been growing and growing, and this year, you know, I think Nintendo World Championships really like knocked it out of the park for me visually for like esports, like for in my head, like coming big, because that was such a huge hit. Mm-hmm. They did an amazing job with it. And I could see that happening every year. And if this was the first year that started it, I could see that, like, you know, esports trending high this year versus, you know, the previous years where it's just trying to break ground, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to get in. And, like, obviously, dude, you know, StarCraft tournaments over in Korea and, like, all that stuff, like, that shit's been huge for a while.
Yeah.
But in North America, in the video game world, like, I feel like and the games are adding, like, in the ability to have these like tournaments on their game already.
Yep.
So like now you can go into and play the game and like there'll be like that tournament mode and then you can enter it. PlayStation's doing stuff like that as well. Like they are now doing like on PlayStation Network you can get in the brackets and Nintendo's gonna be doing some stuff. But maybe it'll be bigger next year when all that stuff is implemented.
I mean, it's
getting TV coverage, dude, news coverage. You go on to Google.
It still doesn't make any sense why you'd put it on TV when you've got things like Twitch and. Are people really going to go flock to a TV to watch that stuff when they're already watching it on their phones? And...
Yeah, they're not going to, but people just assume, hey, there's more eyeballs, right? Everyone's got a TV.
That's true. I mean,
but everyone's got a phone that can watch it too, so who knows? I think my favorite one, I don't know why it became my favorite, just when reading it, was the like open world games. Like just every game and
that
every
was by far my favorite because
is an open world game nowadays.
How many open world games were out there this year that you can easily get sucked into it, whether it's Witcher or Fallout, where
Mad Max.
But I want to challenge you guys on that because
Batman Arkham.
Is it a good thing? Because I feel like you guys fell short on a lot of games because they were open world. That you didn't, didn't continue pushing through because the open world was so big. Witcher 3, Tristan, just overwhelmed you. Fallout 4, we haven't, it's overwhelming.
I've been overwhelmed by open world games for years. Like Far Cry is always overwhelming.
So is it good? Because it causes.
I like it.
It pushes people away sometimes.
It pushes people away, but if it's done properly,
but there might be something that you can latch onto.
There is.
Like for me, I probably played more of the most open world game I played this year.
I love open world games. Like I love the style of it, but Need for Speed this year, open world, awful.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was really.
Some games
really
don't
terrible.
need it. Is it a trend that we want to see like every game kind of go after, or do we want to see like what if Tomb Raider goes to open world? They might lose it. Metal Gear Solid went open world, and I felt like that sucked. Like I didn't like the open world.
See, I liked Metal Gear going open world, and just like
they did it.
That
wrong.
was a good one that I wanted. That I was like, I wonder how this is going to be, and I was like, oh, it worked.
If you like riding in a helicopter, running to a helicopter, and waiting 5 minutes staring at the wall, it's good. But like they didn't do a lot of things
but
right.
Would there be a franchise that went open world that you'd be like, oh man, why'd they go open world?
Metal Gear was the one that
it was the one.
Like what the hell?
Okay, so we'll say like what
Need for
other
Speed.
what would you say is like a better trend than that?
Free DLC, dude. Like especially booting up Rainbow Six recently.
Oh, and let's talk about Taken King. That's a really good one, right? Like everybody got, even if you didn't buy Taken King, the Destiny patch when they reboot Destiny to 2.0 or whatever, everybody got it prior to Taken King.
Yeah,
that was really a huge thing.
I guess so. But now like they're starting to do some shit that I hate, like with all these microtransactions that they're doing. Bump up your character to level 25 for $30. Are you?
Yeah, and Rainbow Six is doing a lot of shitty stuff with DLC too, so it makes the good ones look really.
So it
really
makes
good.
the free DLC.
We had a story on the
awesome.
site about Halo 5's free update where they gave you just a plethora of things, and that's another one that nice free DLC.
Dude, I think
with how horrible Halo was with the last Master Chief Collection, then it needed it badly.
And
yeah, I think people giving us free DLC to play their games because there's so many different options out there is a really cool trend that could lead to free games with microtransactions.
Did Rocket League do a lot of free stuff?
It was.
They
like
did some
mix.
I mean, the game was free on PlayStation Plus for a while, so then they just nickel and dime you with skins and stuff like that in a good way. Like it was
and
fun.
they're like special updates, like Back to the Future update was like $2. So
yeah,
gotcha.
It's not like they're charging you $40 for a season pass or anything.
So what are we thinking about here?
We got open worlds, we got eSports, and free DLC is kind of where I think we're leaning in between those categories. I don't think the other ones are kind of holding up.
Man, a trend I really like that we didn't
Sequels.
add is like this like the backwards compatibility / streaming stuff coming in, like start trying more. It's not there yet, but the trend is starting to show.
Cost effective. I like what PlayStation did recently with their current slash on their PlayStation Now price, but the fact that that's not permanent kind of hurts it in the long run.
Yeah.
Probably.
And
they need to lock into a plan and say this is what it is, and then maybe I'll buy into it. But
because the Xbox allowing you to play like the 360 games now
is
on
pretty
the Xbox.
neat.
It's like the people starting to allow these things is really cool and really exciting because it leads us to possibly having one platform for each that can play every single game ever made on it.
Which we always have dreamed of having.
and we say sometimes, oh well, we have a 360, we have a PlayStation 3, but those consoles are a bitch to load up sometimes. Like going into the PlayStation Store and PlayStation 3 takes forever.
It does take a long time. I went to go get Yakuza 5 and I didn't do it because I just like was.
I have one of the original 360s, so I'm not going to be playing a lot of games on that.
You still have Blades in there? The Blades ecosystem?
Yeah. I still have the Blade system.
Dang, dude, that is a good one, and I think that is like, but unfortunately, PlayStation.
It's not there yet. It's not like
embraced
it's
it,
a cool
yeah.
trend though, like to see.
It's getting better.
Shit, man. So what does that leave us?
I'm leaning towards the free DLC now.
I am too.
I was all about the open world stuff like that, but if we're gonna talk about customization of characters, open world has been kind of like coming over the years, like slowly. We've seen Grand Theft Auto, we've seen other games like embracing.
Some people have
like,
done it really
open
well.
world.
Like,
Batman's been doing open world for like the last 3 games or 2 games, yeah, ish. So
yeah,
I think free DLC this year has been super solid, and continue that. Stop freaking giving us these like tiny like $1.99 like shitters, dude. Like continue with the free DLC.
Stop making me pay for stuff.
Yeah, dude, I already paid for your game.
It's already expensive as it is, $60 a game, and
we ain't made money around here. Come on, jeez. So that's it. That's the final 2015 best trend in video games free DLC this year. Thank you guys so much for joining us on EllertonAv.com, and we'll see you guys again soon.